Hey, Shalom, Akim, to Yahawashi. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders, a great millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions, and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, Barakatham, Akim. All right, I just want to jump out with 1 John chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of the Most High was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Whosoever is born of the Most High does not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of the Most High. In this the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of the Most High, neither he that loveth not his brother. For this is the message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another." All right. So the reason I'm bringing the scriptures out, or this chapter, 1 John 3, 7 through 11, is because I was watching a video with the elder Ariamla going into the wheat and the tares, and how, Yahawashi and the angels are going to make that separation, and that's where everything's going to be made clear and manifested in all aspects of life. But regarding to the wheat and the tares, the other nations that are heathens versus the Israelites, is going to be made manifest. But until then, brothers that have their senses exercised have the ability to make a distinguishment or discernment upon that. It's just through experience and through a revelation by way of Yahawashi. But right here is one of the scriptures that came to my mind when the elder was going into that. Now the righteousness, let me go from here to, I believe, is it Romans 10? Let's see. Let me get my sword real quick. It might be 1 Corinthians or Romans 7, but let me get the sword real quick just to check, instead of looking around everywhere for it, to show what that righteousness is. This is Romans 7 and 12. It says, "Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, just, and good." Okay, so following the ways of Yahawashi is, by way of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, is that righteousness. Okay, and that is what deems and makes an individual righteous in the eyes of Yahawashi. So let's go back to 1 John, and see, 1 John 3 and 7, right? And because, like it said in verse 10, "In this the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of the Most High, neither he that loveth not his brother." So these are just in certain ways of having the ability to discern between those that are of the Most High and that aren't. Because also you have to remember too, the heathen are not going to call on that name Yahawashi. Okay, they're not going to even have the ability to utter it. Even the two thirds, they're not even going to be able to utter it consistently and actually trust and have their energy into that name. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to bring that out just to show that, we know that what happened with Cain, he slew his brother Abel because of his works being righteous and his weren't, and how who was moved with anger and envy, what drove him to, murdering his brother, So we know that by that, sin lieth at the door, or, for him, and that was his reward. And That's the difference. That's an example going between Abel and Cain, to discern who was the an Israelite or the elect. Okay, even though we have Israelites that have the ability to take your life, to kill you, to steal from you, to commit adultery, all these things, but it's you try the spirit by way of the scriptures. Okay, because we all know that even 2/3, they have the spirit of Esau on them, man. The spirit of Cain. That's why it goes into right here in verse 12. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil and his brother's righteous. You see, so you're gonna have 2/3 that are moving under that vibration, that spirit of Cain, which is, we know, through the scriptures, is Esau. All right, by way of the reincarnation, and in our current existence, our time, Esau is also known as the so-called white man. All right, but Esau can come in different shades of skin tone and walks of life as well. Okay, he can speak Spanish, he can speak, Portuguese, he can speak French, he can speak all types of languages as well. All right, but you have to have this common knowledge, this common understanding, to be able to make that kind of discernment. It's not always based off, oh, he plays basketball, or he dances, or he draws and shit like that. That's low level thinking. You have to look deeper into an individual spirit to be able to make that discernment, because the scriptures say our spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. So you have to go into the scriptures, all right, to verify that individual, to look into that individual. Okay, and it's not always that simple. Some brothers talk about just hearing a man speak. That's not always the case, because somebody can easily lie and be a very convincing individual that's very charismatic, and will trick you into believing what he says. All right, so it's not that easy, but the Lord Yahawashi gave us basic but strong indicators on how to identify these individuals. Let's go to Romans 5 and start at verse 12. For when the time you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. Not everybody has the ability to teach, first and foremost. Not everybody has the ability to make discernments. Not everybody has the ability to make a judgment, and I'm talking about a judgment that could be detrimental to your safety, the safety of others. Sometimes you need guidance. Everybody, especially males always want to feel like they're nobody can tell them what's up. Nobody can tell them what to do. They're men. They're grown. This, that, and third. All this extra bullshit. But really, they don't have the ability to do it because they weren't taught. They don't have the spirit, the guidance of making that calculated move or making that decision. That's why it says, which be the first principles of the Most High. You have to be taught, okay, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. So you need to be drinking the milk, not the hard parts of the scriptures, like if you're on some type of level. Okay, so it says, for everyone that used to the milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. For strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. Okay, that's why I may mention you have to have your senses exercised to be able to make a somewhat calculated discernment on an individual who's an Israelite and not an Israelite. All right, but ultimately we know that Yahawashi say he's gonna be the one that is gonna make that separation. This is the book of Malachi, Malachi 3:17. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him not, Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. With that, shalom.